There's still a lot to learn about AI, and you know what? It's not going away. But we might want to, this is just one more reason to rethink how we're using AI and how much we're using it, because a new study has come out from the UK that has shown that if you use AI, the more you use AI, the more likely you are to be dumb. That's one way to put it.
I was going to say, is that actually what it says?
No, it actually says that the more you use AI, the more the lower your critical thinking skills are.
You become more dependent upon it.
Exactly. This was done in the UK where they had 666 participants in this survey. That doesn't seem problematic at all. There were 17 and up. And what they found was that the younger you were, the more likely in this test that they gave people, the more likely you were to be dependent on AI. But what they also found, to get the answers right, but that they also found was the more dependent you were on AI, the lower you scored on the critical thinking portion of the survey. In other words, you're too dependent on AI, and relying on that over and over again is like letting the critical thinking part of your brain shrivel up and die because you don't need it anymore.
Let it die. Let it die. I think that makes perfect sense to me because it's true. Our mind is like a muscle. You got to use it, you got to work it, and you do have to train it. And so if there's a part of your brain that you are kind of not using anymore and you're just letting it take the easy route each time, kind of like just giving it a cheat sheet almost, it's going to get used to that. It's going to get used to taking the easy route and not having to think through something. And so that's why it's important for you to do those type of like exercises and whatnot with your brain and continue to do arithmetic and stuff like that. Because if you get out of the habit of doing that, your brain will literally not be able to do it anymore, or at least it'll take a lot longer.
It will take longer all the time. It'll even out because all the time that AI saves you in day to day where you use it every day, eventually one time when you don't have it, it will take you so long to figure something out that it in the long run, it evens out.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like. But I also feel like people probably said this about calculators and abacuses back in the day. They were like, if you use an abacus, you're taking the easy route and you won't be able to learn how to actually count people.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this also just feels like people banging and bashing technology because it's like, oh, this new thing is giving our kids, the quick and easy thing, and it's ruining their brains, brain rot, all of that type of stuff. But I do think part of it is true. Like, yes, you do need to work your brain. You do need to kind of give it the space and time to actually think through things, like, problem solving and stuff like that. That makes sense. And if you are not doing that, your brain automatically wants to take shortcuts.
Right.
So if you're giving it the ability to take shortcuts on a regular basis, it will.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do based off of this is ask AI to teach you critical thinking skills. I think that's the best of both worlds.
Sure.
While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.